Satsang, Bodhidharma, Zen Master High Priest, Bodhisattva. I was once on this man, Amir Mourad, who, as far as I can tell, is the best Osho in Canada. And as far as I can tell, there isn't many accesses to a lot of these enlightened people that live in Canada. As far as I can tell, there's that guy that wrote that book. What is his name? That white guy that's always sniffing. And then there's Amir Mourad. And there's Zen Master High Priest. It's just a funny story. He was typing on his Facebook about drinking tea, and in all his pictures he has a tea glass. And I saw the first video of him that I ever saw of him. It was really funny, and because he said he had a full glass of tea, a giant glass of tea. And he's like, for instance, he was in his lecture, and he's saying, for instance, I can drink from this cup. And he chugged the whole thing right there. See, like, now that's a real mystic. Someone who bluntly and shows you in a way outside from just the words that enlightenment is not what you think. It's not your preconceived notion of the way a Buddha should act. You don't know the Buddha. It's not your preconceived notion of what an enlightened person would do. You're not enlightened. You don't know. Don't fool yourself thinking that a Buddha should have any morals. Do you think nature has any morals? Do you think God has any morals? It was on his Facebook. I forgot the quote. It was something like, when you drink tea the right way, and you can relax and be enlightened or something. When you learn the art of drinking tea, you can relax and be enlightened. And then I typed in the comments, I feel it's the opposite. That when you relax and become enlightened, then you can finally have a cup of tea. You can finally relax. Because there's no going back from that point. The point of nirvana, or the point of no mind, the feeling of no mind, or the point of nirvana in these meditations. There's no going back from it, which is the fear. But isn't this whole life, isn't it everything set up as a common thread to overcome our own fears? They send so much fears at you for you to be strong, instead of conquering your own fear. When you meditate, you come to a fearless state. A fearless state where you can walk in the dark. Walk through the whole forest by yourself, without a torch. Truly fearless. When you're in no mind, you will have no fear. Whatever it is you're feeling, you will have no anguish, no sadness, no depression, no gloominess, no regret, no misclarity, no more questions. Everything is answered. Very easily. It's really simple. That's why it seems like it's so mystical. Because everything else is so mystical. Every television show you see is mystical, and everything you see is so mystical, and it's complicated. You think it has to be complicated. Because you're trained. You watch all these television shows and these movies, and a lot of people watch them just to try to figure out what it is, what's going to happen next. Try to figure out what's complicated. What's the twist? Who's the killer? But enlightenment is not like that. It's really simple. It's right in front of you. Actually, it's so much in front of you. It's inside you. And there's an art to drinking tea. Tea was discovered by Bodhidharma. On the mountain of Te. The roots of tea trace back to the word tea. They trace back to Bodhidharma. And Zen. Bodhidharma is the founder of Zen. Zen tradition sparks from India, but everyone views Zen as this Japan. The whole idea of Zen is that nature is random. So art as creation, it has to be random. And putting things randomly in the right places is mystical and more beautiful than any structure. That's why you see Zen things and they don't make sense. It's because they make perfect sense. The things that you see in Zen are the same things that I'm saying. The only things that I could see that were hidden from me, that were not taught to me, is I come from and I live in Ottawa. So when you see Tao, what's Tao? Tao is Taoism. Tao is Lao Tzu. Tao is the I Ching. Tao is wisdom. Tao is Winnie the Pooh. And then you got Ottawa senators. That's Zen. What's Zen? It's Zen Master High Priest. And that's Bodhidharma. And that's Ozen. Now, when I was ignorant in the first 20 years of my life, so I thought all this meditation stuff was only about this Buddha and this Buddhism. But it's not true. So many cultures, so many different forms, and so many different meditations. There's Sufism. They should be up there with those categories of this Buddhism, this Zen, It's Taoism. The Tao is spelled T-A-O, but it's pronounced Taoism. But I say Taoism. How could I not? How could it not be? I don't doubt it. There was a mystic called Gurdjieff. He trained in the Sufism. If you can find it, try to find Sufi mystic dancing. And you'll understand that in the Sufi mystic dancing, they're saying the same exact things that a Zen garden is saying. You can find that in the I Ching. In certain ways, in certain metaphors, it's saying the same thing. And all of us enlightened people, we're all saying the same thing. Do you get it? What's peace? What's serene? Calm water. Calm running water. When you drink water, you drink from a cup, and it's stagnant before it goes inside your mind. It's peaceful and serene. And you can always enjoy a cool beverage on a hot day. No matter what, for your whole life, you can always enjoy a cool beverage on a hot day. There's nothing wrong with it. And you can enjoy a hot beverage on a cool day.